The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from cyberspace, the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, RazerWyng!
Well, for the battles, this is the animated wrestling Strong 3, coming to you from the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. We are starting off tonight with RazerWyng, one of the 4 wrestlers currently trapped in the danger zone. One of the worst win-loss records in the division. He faces off in a vital one-on-one match right here, right now. Every victory a necessity to save him from the dreaded Boxomania match at our season finale, where one wrestler will be fired. In fact, this could be considered, I believe, actually a must-win here, because this man's partner, Psyche, is currently a win ahead.
His opponent, making his way to the ring from the sands of time, accompanied by the Manipulator, representing Monster Union, King Akira.
King Akira, 22-24 in his AWL career, a ratio of -2. RazerWyng, 5-9, a ratio of -4. Which means a victory by RazerWyng will bring RazerWyng, Hibitsky, and King Akira level at -3 in the win-loss records. And we would have to have a 3-way match next week to determine who is going in to Boxomania. King Akira, on the other hand, can win this outright, save himself and his tag team partner, and put RazerWyng into the Boxomania danger zone in a way he cannot escape in time. And look at this incredible agility from the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, RazerWyng, looking to cut down his opponent with that beautiful head scissors takedown. King Akira, of course, much larger, much stronger, much more powerful. I'm not sure more durable. He is somewhat fragile, being several thousand years old. And of course, the Manipulator, you can't quite see her from this angle, but the Manipulator, the witch that brought together the Monster Union, there she is, at ringside, casting her curses upon the opponent. Double standing star press, the standing shooting star, we call it the standing star. And RazerWyng into the 1, and a very quick kick out from the King from the Sands of Time. And going up to the top rope here, yep, gonna spring up to the corner. RazerWyng gonna fly, big frog splash. Or a hawk splash, you might call that. And look at that, just, those ropes are a good, several feet in the air. This guy has an incredible vertical leap. I don't know how he trains to do that, but he does. Ooh! Here in Canada, we call that the Canadian Crunch. Others call it the Code Breaker. As RazerWyng, taking influence from everywhere around the wrestling world, create his own unique high-flying style. Speaking of unique, we've got a unique match in our main event tonight. It's undefeated versus undefeated. The Pirate Queen, KAIRI, versus the true Toronto star, Amy Wade. Both women undefeated in AWL competition. They will clash for the Canadian National Championship in our main event. And we will have a #1 contenders match for the men's championship, the Grand Championship, and that's going to be Zack Sabre Jr. versus Matt Classic tonight in our semi-final. So we're going to know the main events for the men's and women's edition of the season finale, AWL 400 in Tokyo Dome, will be a 2-video affair, and it will be men and women each getting their own equal parity in broadcast time. Season 20 of the AWL, we have put the women front and center, and we're going to do that by ending the season with the Joshi division in charge. King Akira, not his usual milieu, going up to the top rope. We're going to see maybe a Konchu salt. No, he wants his opponent standing for this. With the true name of Osiris, he swings and he misses. Not possessing the strength of Ra in that situation. Going up, Fireman's KAIRI. I don't think they had firemen in ancient Egypt, but a huge powerbomb down to the outside. They did have torture. We know that much. Over the top rope, down to the floor, and that's the height difference. RazerWyng has to slingshot himself over the ropes. King Akira just steps over them like they're not even there. Falcon screw leg whip by RazerWyng. Hard right hand, rights and lefts, and the drop kick, and he gets all the way up to the head. He's jumping higher than his own height to do those drop kicks. That is incredible athletic ability and body agency that you would expect from someone like RazerWyng, who's now looking for something. He's got his sights locked on. He will fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Kaka! Beautiful Huracan Rana off of that top rope. And going for it again, switching directions in mid-roll. Round and round and round he goes. Where he stops, only he knows. He is RazerWyng. And we don't want to lose him in the Animated Wrestling League. He's a valuable asset to this company. 1, 2. But the wins and losses are the only things that matter in the AWL. If you don't have the wins, you don't get to stay around in the AWL. You have to risk your career in Botsumania. 4 men enter. It's an elimination match. And the winner of each fall leaves the ring, and the loser of the final fall goes home forever. Beautiful! Look at that! Easily 10 feet in the air! We've seen him do that a couple of times. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. The dark magic of the manipulator coming into play. Giving the undead king a new life yet again. 1. And a quick kick out.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
As we reach the halfway point of the time limit in this 10-minute time limit match. Oh, huge splash off of the white rope. And what do we have here? Grabbing the collar. Going for the... Oh, choke bomb. Or just a choke toss. And he's going to do it again. Just throwing his opponent pillar to post around that 20 by 20 foot AWL ring. The strength and power of King Akira. Nasty looking stomp here. Collar and elbow tie up, and we're going up, down. And there's a quick cover here, no hook of the leg. And the fact that, you saw how he had to kick with both legs. If King Akira had hooked his opponent's limb, that would have been the end of the match. But King Akira in complete control right now, RazerWyng. I think it was after that dark magic attack. Oh no. Oh, backbreaker. This is not good. Modified version of the touch of Anubis. Sending him all the way down to the end. Oh, look at this. He's dead. King Akira with the emphatic victory here at AWL Strong and Free, episode 38. As we are 2 weeks away from season 2 play.
King Akira!
And that means RazerWyng is in Botsumania. Viva Monster Union. We've already seen one of the augments versus one half of the Joshi Tag Team Champions last week, so let's do it again, only with the other partners. This is your preview of our Joshi Tag Team Championship match at AWL 400 in Tokyo Dome. And we got the music right for once! Love that we were trying to get to do that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from All Elite Wrestling, she is one half of the Animated Wrestling League Joshi Tag Team Champions, Willow Nightingale.
Alright. Project Titan faced off against Willow's partner Solo Darling last week, with the Augment, the challenger, coming up as the winner there. So this is a chance for Willow Nightingale to draw things even for the AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions, the Bird and the Bee. Willow Nightingale 8-6 in her AWL career, and with a good number of those victories coming as Joshi Tag Team Champion, where she and her partner, Solo Darling, have defended the titles 3 times successfully. All for Dr. Jigoku, the creed of the augments, echoing throughout the arena.
And her opponent, making her way from the laboratory, representing the augments, accompanied by her creator, Dr. Jigoku. Project KAIJU.
Project KAIJU, the newest creation of Dr. Jigoku, this technically its first season in the league. Only 4 matches under its belt, if it has a belt, but 3 victories and only 1 defeat for a ratio of +2. This could be Dr. Jigoku's secret weapon. His male augments already control the world's tag team titles, and he wants total tag team dominance, and he could have that at the season finale. And now we get to see if his augments are truly superior, as he loves to tell us. 10 minutes on the clock in this singles non-title match. Of course, you can't defend a tag team title in a singles match. What am I talking about? I mean, I'm sure someone has defended tag team titles in a singles match, but that was a dumb idea. That was a bad idea from bad creative, and we're not doing it. But both of these women on even win-loss ratios here. Willow Nightingale 8-6, that's +2. And Project KAIJU 3-1, that's +2. So the experience advantage, of course, both in the AWL and out, goes to Willow Nightingale. But Project KAIJU, on paper, her equal. And these are both the powerhouses of their respective tag teams, or comparative powerhouses, in the case of the augments, of course. So Project KAIJU, the giant beast of the augments. And Willow building up a head of steam. Oh, senton backsplash. She's got it. She's feeling it. Getting her real music out here, not to mention a legit Titantron, helps her feel a whole lot more at home, I would understand. Ooh, right into the face. Going up, and the strength of Willow Nightingale, getting Project KAIJU up into the Tree of Woe at all, let alone any damage she's able to do here, that sends a message. That sends a message that, you know, John Henry, the steel-driving man, can beat the machine when she has to. And pretend that story doesn't end the way it does. 8.5 minutes on the clock here. Oh, great! Shift of the weight counter. That's such a difficult counter to do because you have to shift your weight exactly perfectly. You have to have the level of body agency necessary to pull that off. When somebody else lifts you up, you have to be able to shift your weight in order to counter. Otherwise, you are helpless, and the referee calling a rope break and getting it right for once. Willow's legs were under the bottom rope. In the AWL, you do not have to necessarily grab the rope. You just have to have any part of your body across the plane of the ropes. Just like in soccer, it doesn't have to touch the back of the net. You just have to cross the plane of the goal. Same for hockey. Same for wrestling. If it can happen in sports, it happens in wrestling. Project KAIJU going up to the top rope here, and these two powerhouses not used to doing this. That is an intimidating sight. Project KAIJU off the top with the shot right to the head of Willow Nightingale. And that could be a concussion, that could be a knockout blow, that could do serious... I mean, it's not a knockout, she's still moving. But that could do a lot of damage. The double trapezius claw hold. Willow Nightingale in trouble, flailing around. And just, the feeling's gone out of her arms. This is not good. Oh, a headbutt right to the lower abdomen. And just a blatant, simple cover. Wait a minute, the rope! Willow had her foot on the rope, And the referee missed it! What bullshit!
Here's your winner, Project KAIJU.
That's been a problem this season. The referee missing the rope break that time. The win-loss records will reflect a victory for Project KAIJU, but a Pyrrhic victory... Ugh, damn it. And after that, now we have to deal with these two twits. Well, these four twits and Danhausen. I like Danhausen. He's very nice. And very evil. Quite pleasant. All added. Hit the damn music, would you? Thank you. Sometimes it
The
takes
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from somewhere far away. He is officially the world's greatest martial artist. Very nice, very evil, Danhausen.
And that is correct. You see the Dragon Star reconstituted as a championship belt, reforged across the shoulder of Danhausen. He won it from the man he's actually facing here tonight. And for centuries, the Dragon Star has represented all that is good and pure about the martial arts. And that makes its holder the world's greatest martial artist. Kind of debatable, though, when you think about it. But certainly more deserving than this schmuck.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the mean streets of Niigata, being accompanied by Max Smashmaster, Elastomach Massive, and Flexor Rumble Crunch. He is the exalted leader of the Devastation Corporation, THUGLIFE, Tanaka, Kenichi.
THUGLIFE Tanaka Kenichi THUGLIFE Tanaka Kenichi will be joining RazerWyng in Botsumania at the season finale. And while RazerWyng just very, very barely in the zone, Tanaka Kenichi, well, he's got a ratio of -37. 58 wins in his AWL career, 95 losses. Ratio of -37. He could win a match every episode next season and he still won't get out of the danger zone. He is that deep in it. That's why he went to a garbage dump somewhere in Florida, or somewhere in California, found the Dragon Star from 30 years ago, made it a championship, and tried to make himself the world's greatest martial artist. Tried to make himself a champion because he knows champions are immune from Botsumania. That was his way out, and he failed, losing the Dragon Star Championship to Danhausen in, I believe, the only Dragon Star title match we've had here in the AWL. No one's beaten Danhausen since, and apparently that's the rule. You gotta beat the champ to face the champ, at least usually. And Danhausen, a very quick attack here. Danhausen, this is his 10th AWL match. He's 5-4, ratio of +1. So he's literally 38 matches better than his opponent. There's the big boot, the tooth collector. Danhausen, with his moves that have been taught to him or bequeathed to him by my friends and enemies and partners and opponents from around the world. He has very nice, very evil. He uses the cattle mutilation, of course, that tooth collector. Now going up to the top rope. Oh, double stomp! That is very evil. That is very evil indeed. Very evil, but not very effective, unfortunately. 1 minute in, and Danhausen in firm control. I don't think Tanaka Kenichi's gotten a shot off here. Dragon screw leg whip. He holds on to the leg and goes for a whip. A little very evil on the end of the very nice there. Danhausen, very simple man. All he wants is all the monies. He wants to be the most famous in the world. He wants to be all the monies. And he has... well, he's got it right now. He's in AEW. He's in the AWL. He's one of the most memed wrestlers of all time, I would argue. And the first one didn't work, and I think that was actually just a stomp to the testicles. The referee not calling it as such, but I think that stomp went a little bit low. And you know what? That makes me happy on the inside, because I hate Tanaka Kenichi. Danhausen with a quick, very nice, very evil victory in this match. Let's take a look at some of that action. Nasty DDT, that was in the first couple of seconds. And notice the Devastation Corporation doing absolutely F all to help their so-called exalted leader. That's some great leadership there, Tanaka. Yeah, no. Danhausen just purely in charge. I believe that was the end of it right there.
Here is your winner, Danhausen!
Well, Danhausen moves up to 6-4, and the Dragon Star champion with a definitive victory over, admittedly, the worst wrestler in the league. So, you know, take your wins when you can get them. Wait a minute, that's the Dragon Star theme song. That's the song of the WMAC Masters. What is... oh my god! That... he can't... no, he cannot possibly... he can't... what? That's... it's it! That's the Machine! That's Hakeem the Machine! Also, he's one of the original... that's one of the original WMAC Masters! The World Martial Arts Council presents... they lost the Dragon Star back in, what, 1995? Those are very good questions. All right, well, that's a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Well, motivations don't exactly follow the code of the Dragon Star, but you know what? I want to see this match. This will be a Dragon... okay, if this is made official, this will be a Dragon Star match. Okay, the finale just got a lot more interesting, and we're going to find out the men's main event right here, right now. Zack Sabre Jr., who's been forcing his way up the ranks, versus one of the greatest wrestlers we've ever had in the AWL. This should be a grappler's fantasy. If you like technical, scientific wrestling, you're going to love this match. I think honestly,
the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a #1 contenders match. Introducing first, making his way from the United Kingdom, representing Nihon Pro Wrestling and TMDK. He is the reigning NJPW World Television Champion, the Submission Master, Zack Sabre Jr.
I genuinely believe this could be the best technical match the Animated Wrestling League is capable of producing. This is a treat tonight, and it's only our semi-final. We're gonna have undefeated versus undefeated in our main event, of course.
And his opponent, making his win ring from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear. He is the inventor of professional wrestling and a map classic.
Matt Classic came to the AWL in Season 0 as one of the WSX refugees. He's the only one still around, I think. He is Matt Classic Sr., the original professional wrestler, the oldest active wrestler on planet Earth, And I'd say the only one who knows more about wrestling than Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre learned from the best. Classic taught the best. Ministerial suplex to start us off, also known as the Northern Light suplex. Forearm blow right to the chest. Notice he did not use the point of the elbow. That was a forearm strike. Trying to do bludgeoning damage here, not trying to crack ribs. Matt Classic, knowing this is a serious contest, doing something he almost never, ever, ever does, going to the top rope. This is going to be a fist drop. Oh, no, the big chop off the top. The full judo chop. Into the one. Not even a 1 count off of the chop. That was a feud ender in his day. Matt Classic, you just saw Matt Classic hates going to the top rope. He hates that. He hates when other people does it, and he doesn't like doing it himself, but he pulls it out, knowing the caliber of opponent in this contest. Against Zack Sabre Jr., roll through, and Zack with a nice twisting headlock takedown, head scissor takedown, I should say. And yet to really grab a hold on his opponent. And I think Matt Classic realizes he's got to stay out of arm's reach of Zack Sabre Jr., but Zack twisting up his offense here for a lot more strikes. Of course, raised in that British style of catch-as-catch-can wrestling. Ooh! But spent many years under the tutelage of Suzuki Minoru, absorbing that sort of gotch style of wrestling, but also the strong style strikes, lateral press. Referee catches the rope break this time, after missing it a couple of matches ago. 8 minutes and change remaining. Going for the collar and elbow. No, we're not. Ooh, and that was a mistake. Took 1 second too long on that kick. Collar and elbow into the big old-fashioned power slam. And the referee a little late on the count there, but not even a 1 count. Matt Classic looking for something. He might be looking for the airplane spin. He might be looking for the classic claw. Oh no, he's softening up the shoulder. Could be looking for a vertical suplex. Yes, he is! He's ended matches with that in his AWL career, and he's got 73 wins in the AWL. 73 and 46, one of the top win-loss records in the league. Zack Sabre Jr., 4 and 8 in his AWL career. Ratio of +4. And he's fought his way, pinning the AWL Grand Champion in a non-title match, got him into the AWL Best 4, and over the last few weeks he's been breaking the rules, quite frankly, flying from show to show across the Pacific Ocean in order to fight his way up the rankings, in order to challenge at the season finale. Double stomp right on the arm, and that was the left arm. Actually, no, I think it was the left arm. But Matt still got the strength there to throw his opponent around, and he goes for cover after every single move here, going for as many covers as he can, realizing he might get lucky. But he is forcing Zack Sabre Jr., who is much younger, has probably better cardio at this point, and certainly a lot more stamina. Don't let Matt know I said that. He's got to make him kick out as often as possible. Oh no, that's another, still going for that left arm, and I think this might be why. The joint lock, the joint manipulation, the knee drop for the bicep now. Trying to stop the upper body strength. And he stacked the strength of the arm that's usually your escape in the Manjigatame. The left arm, the least trapped in this hold, but that's the arm that's been weakened. And of course, you'll always see this with Zack Sabre Jr. Never holds a hold for more than a few seconds, because if it's going to tap you out, it's going to tap you out immediately. That's his philosophy. Headlock takeover. And the Grand Slam champion of the Animated Wrestling League, putting on a wrestling clinic for the man that many consider to be the best technical grappler in the world today.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
And Matt is holding on to the armbar here, holding on to the Fujiwara. Uh-oh. Ooh! And maybe held on to it a little too long, gave Zack too much time to get his wits about him. And again, that left arm, the target in this combination, he's got the wrist, he's going wrist to the shoulder, the wrist, the bicep. 3 areas of the arm attack in one technique. That is Zack Sabre Jr. And now going for the seated Manjigatame, but stowed arm close to the ropes. The referee blocks it immediately. But the cover, pulling the opponent away from the ropes. But the legend, the innovator, the inventor of professional wrestling, Matt Classic, able to get the shoulder up before that final and fatal 3 count to be registered. DDT by Zack Sabre Jr. Another rope break, a kick out for good measure, and Zack can't believe that this old geezer is maybe not beating him, but certainly handling everything he's got to throw. He's going to have to start using things like the Zack driver or something, and the hammer and tongue elbows. That generation loved that style of strike. Zack can try something from the top rope again. Not his usual milieu, but a cutter. Near gravity-defying cutter. 1, 2, 3. Zack Sabre Jr. showing depth of technique to put away Matt Classic and earn his opportunity at the AWL Grand Championship. This was a number 1 contenders match. The number 2 rank in the best 4 just beat the number 1 rank in the best 4. That means we've got a main event for the men's half of the AWL season finale for the AWL Grand Championship. It's going to be Black Tiger Justice defending his title for the 5th time against Zack Sabre Jr. BTJ versus ZSJ.
Here's your winner, Zack Sabre
That
Jr.
is a main event anywhere in the world, and it's going to be the main event of the Tokyo Dome. As much as I don't like the way Zack Sabre Jr. went about it, that's going to be a hell of a match. Undefeated versus undefeated. What more do you want?
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission round knockout to decide the winner, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
And there you see her, the first ever NJPW IWGP Joshi Champion, the Queen of the 7 Seas. KAIRI making her way to the ring. She is undefeated in AWL competition, 2-0 in her brief run here in the AWL, debuting in the Contractual Obligation Rumble earlier this season. He was specifically called out by the Joshi champion, the Canadian national champion, who wanted this undefeated versus undefeated match. And because KAIRI is a free agent, she's not actually signed to any wrestling promotion at the moment, Tony, make the call. She is free to appear on AWL Strong and Free. She's not contractually obligated to any brand here in the AWL. Technically the same loophole that Zack Sabre Jr. is using. But she's been spending time in the States. Perfectly happy to come up here to Toronto to face the challenge, to sail her way into the AWL Battle Zone. Oh, Canada, our home on native land. It's Amy Wade, the breakout star of Season 20 of the Animated Wrestling League. 12 wins, 0 losses. Coming out of the AWL dojo this season, she set her sights on becoming the first Canadian to ever hold the Canadian National Championship. She has done that. She's accomplished that. She has said she would not challenge for the AWL Joshi Championship until she completed this Contenders title. 5 title defenses of Contenders title in the AWL. 5 wins. And you get to cash in for an opportunity at the AWL Joshi Championship. And this is her chance to do that. You see the 4 on the side plate. That means 4 successful title defenses thus far. Undefeated streak versus undefeated streak. And it's all for that. The newest, and as far as Amy Wade is concerned, #1 title in the AWL.
Introducing first the challenger of the high seas, the Pirate Queen, KAIRI! And her opponent, she is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, tonight making her final title defense, the undefeated True Toronto Star, Amy Wade! This is an officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Louis Bargalouche in charge.
Kaizoku no Ojo, Tai, Shin Toronto Hoshi. Undefeated, let's go. 30 minutes on the clock. Championship match, extended time limit in effect. Remember the champion's advantage: pinfall, submission, or knockout to decide the winner, and Amy Wade is perfectly capable of winning by knockout in the ring, outside the ring, anywhere in the world. She is one of the toughest women in the game today, despite her very, very limited experience. KAIRI's been wrestling around the world for years, but I don't know, this is an even match as far as I'm concerned. Quick cover here, 1. Quick kick out by the Pirate Queen. The former IWGP Women's Champion. Not currently signed to Stardom, New Japan, WWE, AEW. She is a free agent. That's recent news making the rounds of professional wrestling. And honestly, if Tony Khan or whoever's in charge of Stardom isn't making the phone calls right now, they need to be. I don't know, they're not doing the pirate theme at WrestleMania this year, so that's a great lost opportunity. Amy Wade psyching herself up in the corner. What is she thinking here? Oh, she roundhouse kick, but KAIRI sees it coming a mile away. That's the veteran instincts of the Pirate Queen. Oh, but she misses on that one. A high leg lariat by the champion. 1. And KAIRI again kicking out that Japanese training, the toughness that you expect from a dojo graduate. Of course, she's first Canadian citizen to graduate from our dojo. Hard shots here, collar and elbow tie-up. We are in the great nation of Canada. The true north, strong and free, looking to show off some of the best professional wrestling in the world. This is also the city that will soon be hosting the Forbidden Door. And we will be walking through the Forbidden Door here in the AWL because I got a ticket. I'm going to Forbidden Door pay-per-view, and I'm going to be definitely doing a video before and after that, talking about my experience at the Scotiabank Arena, which will be a much nicer arena than we're able to book for the AWL, I'll tell you that right now. About a 20,000-seater, and it is super no vacancy, or it's going to be by the time we get there. Damn near sold out in the pre-sale. Ooh, you can hear the chops! Listen to that! That is not human. Oh, psych out. You didn't think a pirate's going to play completely straight with you, did you? This is turning into a striker's duel here, and I am loving it. Both of these extremely tough, powerful women Not afraid to fight, not afraid to take it to you. And we're seeing some of the best international competition in the Animated Wrestling League. Oh, huge Uraken by KAIRI, but ducks into it, but hits the clothesline. Couple of them. Amy Wade going for the leg sweep now, and she gets it. Catches her opponent off balance. This could be a setup for that knockout knee of hers. Or maybe trying to pull her away from the ropes, going to maybe go for a sharpshooter. Actually, no, just goes for the cover. And does it! She wore her down. She wore her down and took her out. 3 seconds. That's all it takes. 3 seconds. And KAIRI no longer undefeated in the AWL. And we have our women's main event. It's going to be Yin from the light side of the human psyche, the Joshi champion making her first title defense against the true Toronto star, the undefeated breakout star of Season 20. Amy Wade goes for the top of the mountain in the Tokyo Dome, her Japanese debut.
The complete Canadian national champion, Amy Wade!
Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time in the Animated Wrestling League. Korede. Kumarida.